I have owned 100 stocks in CCL for years, and I have never been denied the onboard credit benefits until now. Stay tuned to find out what I have uncovered. I've started to notice people talking about their stock benefits with Carnival Corporation line. They've been denied lately. And honestly, I chalked it up to thinking that perhaps they didn't fill out their information correctly on the Stockperks app, or they had submitted old evidence of owning 100 shares with Carnival. Well, I book our cruises in batches because we live on ships and we go from one ship to the next. And it's actually just easier to plan a whole bunch of cruises at the same time. So, for example, on this next batch of cruises, Kirk and I booked a cruise with Virgin Voyages, two cruises with Norwegian, one with Princess, and one with Explorca. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the cruise ship tours, the cabin tours, and more. So, out of this next batch, the Princess Cruise falls under the umbrella of Carnival Corporation. So, I uploaded our proof of ownership of the 100 stocks to the newer app, which is called Stockperks, as I usually do. And guess what? I got denied the onboard credit for the Princess Cruise. I couldn't figure out what went wrong. There are very clear rules about eligibility of receiving these stock benefits. So the rules are number one, the benefit is available on sailings through December 31st, 2025. Applications to receive these benefits should be made at least 3 weeks prior to cruise departure date. So this one was no problem as I submitted the application 5 weeks ahead of time. Number two, this benefit is available to shareholders holding a minimum of 100 shares of Carnival Corporation or Carnival PLC. Yes, this is what I demonstrated in the paperwork that I sent. Number three, employees, travel agents, cruising at a travel agent rate or interline rate, tour conductors, or anyone else cruising at a reduced rate or on complimentary basis are excluded from this offer. So I'm not an employee, a travel agent, a tour conductor, or anything like that. Furthermore, I'm not on interline rate, nor have I ever had a complimentary cruise. I have always paid the advertised price. Number four, this benefit is non-transferable, cannot be exchanged for cash, and cannot be used for casino credits / charges and gratuities charged to your onboard account. This is also not a problem. I don't play in the casino, and I always pay my gratuities. Number five, only one onboard credit per shareholder occupied stateroom is permitted. Again, this is understood. Only I have the stock and not Kirk. Both of us cannot have it in the same cabin. Number six, Carnival reserves the right at their sole discretion to change, modify, or terminate this benefit or any of the terms and conditions relating to the benefit at any time without notice. And this, I guess, is a normal condition that I've agreed to and I understood. So everything seemed normal, but when I was denied the onboard credit claim, the reason that they gave was I had an invalid fare, which pertains to rule number 3. And rule number 3 again is employees, travel agents cruising at travel agent rates or interline rates, tour conductors, or anyone else cruising at a reduced rate or on complimentary basis are excluded from this offer. So I had to do some investigation at this point to try and understand how on earth my fare on Princess Cruises was invalid. I had purchased it at the posted rate and I had received no discounts as far as I knew. In fact, the cruise that I booked with Princess as of today is actually lower in price compared to the price that I had paid last month when I purchased the cruise. So, with some investigation, I can now tell you that you may not qualify to receive your OBC from your CCL stock if you were booked with any of the discount or group rate codes. In actuality, you probably don't even know that a code was applied to your booking. These codes include RSA, RPA, and RNA. These are Princess Picks promo codes, and they could apply to your booking, whether you're booking on the Princess website itself or with your travel agent. Likely, you wouldn't even know about these codes. So, here's how to tell what cruises apply to these codes. If you see a Princess cruise where you see terms like non-refundable deposit or the red $400 savings or a cyber sale, or even if it has a $99 or a non-refundable deposit, it's likely that that cruise will have one of those discount codes applied to it: RSA, RPA, RNA. So this is really sad because I didn't even use the so-called benefit of the $99 refundable deposit, as I use future cruise credits on Princess, and those so-called cyber sales of a $400 off, they're posted for long periods of time, and you can't actually avoid them when you're booking. So ultimately, I was penalized basically for booking at the wrong time and getting a so-called savings of $400 off, maybe, even though, like I said, the price for the exact cruise that I booked on Princess is actually lower today. So there seems to be a lot of people who are completely unaware of these discount codes that get applied behind the scenes to your cruise. My own travel agent, she also said that she is now starting to hear about how other people with Stockperks have been getting denied their OBC too. A lot of travel agents, according to a few blogs that I've also read, have now been getting a lot of grief from passengers who have booked their cruises with Princess. So my question is, did you know about these codes, and have you tried getting your stockholder benefits in the past month or so? Did you unknowingly purchase a cruise with one of these codes and not even know it? I'm here on the Princess website, and right on their front page you can see automatically that there is a sale. So here it says 40% off plus a free room upgrade. You want to look for terms that say $99 deposit, as this is one of the ones that attaches one of those codes that I had just mentioned. So now when you're clicking on any of the cruises, you need to notice if it has a little red tag, for example, the $400 instant savings. And the term also is under the word Princess Picks. So you can see that there's a couple of examples here that these ones would likely have the code attached to them. And I'm still on the Princess site, and I've clicked on Princess Pick. You can see you can basically pick any of these, but it says enjoy up to $400 in instant savings, and it's on top of the already incredible prices. So these are considered your discount cruises. So I'll just pick one here. You can see here you get a $200 instant savings. It's a Princess Pick. So this one will have a code. These ones, anything in the red, would be marked as one of the ones that will not qualify to get the onboard credit with Stockperks. So you can see that it pretty much applies to almost every single cruise that's being offered right now, and right now it's the end of December 2024. So all of them have some sort of deal applied to it. So You just have to be careful. Ask your travel agent if it has one of the discount codes applied to it, and so you would know in advance whether or not you're going to get your stock perk. In my opinion, I think that if you've paid thousands of dollars to buy 100 shares of CCL, that you should be entitled to the benefits as a shareholder. It's not like we get dividends at the end of the year. People have paid thousands of dollars to support this cruise line. So the OBC is a benefit of being a shareholder, similar to saying that a benefit of being elite status on Princess is to get free laundry, for example. A benefit is a benefit. So let's say I paid $5,000 for a cruise and own the stock that I paid for example, and person B paid $5,000 for the cruise and doesn't have the stock. Shouldn't I get a benefit of the $100 onboard credit? Like, do you see what I'm saying? The average person isn't making all their money back on the stock by taking one or two cruises with the Carnival Cruise Line ships each year. So owning stock is like owning a little piece of the business. A benefit is a benefit. It isn't like you're getting the cruise for free with this benefit. At the time, I may have had a code of savings of $400 off, but so would anyone else who booked who doesn't own stock. So maybe Princess should be more upfront with their language. As how I see it, you could have a discount of whatever, even a discount of $100, and then they could apply your code that denies you your stock privilege. Do you think it's fair? Or if things go down this path, I can see possibilities such as Princess saying, "Oh, Miss Elite member, you can't get your free laundry benefit because you didn't pay enough for your cabin this time." It's just actually, in my opinion, ridiculous. So before I leave, let me just say that the price of the CCL stock today in late December 2024 is $25.78 US dollars. Generally speaking, I would say that if you cruise a lot, then owning 100 shares in the stock would be beneficial, as loyal owners of the stock usually receive an onboard spending credit of anywhere between $50 to $250 US dollars, depending upon the length of your cruise. Overall, I do believe in owning CCL, but I don't think it's fair to have had my OBC onboard credit denied on my Princess cruise. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.